Topic chosen for this class is definite integrals. The first problem, the value of the integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 log of secant theta minus tan theta d theta. Whenever you get integral from minus a to plus a, see whether integrand is an odd function or even function. So before we take up that, we know the identity 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. So we can write it as secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. So factorizing, you get secant theta plus tan theta into secant theta minus tan theta equal to 1. So we can write it as secant theta plus tan theta as 1 upon secant theta minus tan theta, which is secant theta minus tan theta whole power minus 1. So now take integrand as f of theta, that is log of secant theta minus tan theta. Replace theta by minus theta, log of secant of minus theta minus tan of minus theta. We know that secant of minus theta is secant theta itself, whereas tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. When minus sign comes out, this becomes plus. This is same as log of secant theta minus tan theta whole power minus 1. That becomes minus log of secant theta minus tan theta, which is minus f of theta. Thus f of minus theta is minus f of theta. Therefore, f is an odd function. So therefore, integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 f of theta d theta will be equal to 0. Remember, if f of x is an odd function, minus a to plus a, f of x dx is 0. So the answer, correct option is fourth option. Remember, f of x equal to log of x plus root of 1 plus x square is also an odd function of x. Now, the second problem is 0 to pi by 4 log of sin x plus cos x upon cos x. So you can divide each term, that is sin x and cos x by cos x. So it reduces to 0 to pi by 4 log of sin x upon cos x plus cos x upon cos x dx. So that is 0 to pi by 4. So log of tan x plus 1 dx. This appeared in 2015 KCET paper. So such problems are known as memory-based problems because this you have already done in exercise 7.11, 8th problem. So better to remember the answer, pi by 8. Very standard problem. Pi by 8 into log 2. So the option is second option is the answer. Next question is integral 0 to 1 by 2 dx upon 1 plus x square times root of 1 minus x square. So this appeared in 2018 KCET paper. So since you have root of 1 minus x square, let us take x equal to sin theta. Substitution. Take x equal to sine theta. That gives theta equal to sine inverse x. Differentiating d theta is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square dx. So dx upon root of 1 minus x square can be replaced by d theta. And x is sine theta. So theta is sine inverse x. Now, accordingly, limits also changes. When x is 0, theta is sine inverse of 0, that is 0. When x is 1 by 2, theta is sine inverse of 1 by 2, that is pi by 6. So now the integral reduces to 0 to pi by 6 d theta upon 1 plus sine square theta. Whenever you get in the denominator constant, any constant, sine square theta or cos square theta or both, like 1 plus 2 sine square theta plus 3 cos square theta. So you divide both numerator and denominator by cos square theta. So reciprocal of cos is secant. So it becomes 0 to pi by 6. 1 by cos square is secant square theta d theta upon, here 1 upon cos square theta becomes again secant square theta, sin square theta by cos square theta, that is tan square theta. So now 0 to pi by 6, numerator secant square theta d theta, the denominator secant square theta, we shall write it as 1 plus tan square theta. And you already have one more tan square theta, that becomes 0 to pi by 6 d theta upon 1 plus, here in the numerator you have secant square theta here, secant square theta d theta, 1 plus 2 tan square theta. If you take t as tan theta, d theta will be secant square theta. So accordingly, limits also changes. When theta is 0, t, that is tan 0 is 0. When theta is pi by 6, t tan of pi by 6, that is 1 by root 3. So 0 to 1 by root 3 dt upon 1 plus 2t square. So you can write this as integral 0 to 1 by root 3 dt upon 1 square plus root 2 t whole square. We know that integral of 1 upon 1 plus x square dx is tan inverse x. So now this is tan inverse of root 2 t. But coefficient of t is root 2 upon coefficient of t between 0 and 1 by root 3. That is 1 by root 2 tan inverse of root 2 t upper limit, t is 1 by 3 minus tan inverse of root 2 lower limit 0. So that becomes 0. So we'll be left with 1 by root 2 tan inverse of root of 2 by 3. So the correct option is the first option. Question number 4 is taken from KCET paper 2022. Integral 0 to pi by 2 cos x into sin x upon 1 plus sin x. Here we can take substitution t as sin x because its derivative is part of the integrand. That is cos x dx. Derivative of sin x is cos x dx. So take t as sin x. Therefore, its derivative is cos x dx. So when x equal to 0, t, once you make the substitution, limits also changes. 0 to pi by 2 is for the variable x. Now we need to find the limits for the new variable t. Sin 0, that is 0. When x equal to pi by 2, t is sin of pi by 2, that is 1. So it takes the form integral 0 to 1. Wherever sin x is there, replace it by t. In the numerator, we have 1 sin x, and cos x dx is replaced by dt. Add 1, subtract 1. 1 plus t minus 1 upon 1 plus t dt. That is integral of 0 to 1, 1 plus t upon 1 plus t. That is 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus t dt. Integral of 1 with respect to t is t minus integral of 1 upon 1 plus t is log of mod of 1 plus t. Between the limits 0 and 1. Upper limit 1 minus log of 1 plus 1 minus lower limit 0 minus log of 1 plus 0. So here this is log 1, its value is 0. So it will be left with 1 minus log of 2. So the correct option is the first option, 1 minus log 2. Fifth question is taken from KCET paper 2020. Integral from minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 cos inverse of x. So we shall take I as minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2 cos inverse x dx. Whenever you have integral of the form minus a to a, see whether the function is odd function or even function. If not, you can use here cos inverse x is neither odd nor even function because cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. So here we shall use this identity. Integral a to b f of x dx is same as integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. So now this reduces to integral minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2 cos inverse of, wherever x is there, replace it by sum of the limits minus x. Upper limit plus lower limit is minus 1 by 2 minus x dx. So plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 get cancelled. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse of x dx. You can split this into integral minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 2 pi dx. Pi can be taken outside. You can write dx minus integral minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2 cos inverse x dx, which is same as equation 1, that is I. So this reduces to I equal to integral of dx is x, pi as it is constant, x, lower limit minus 1 by 2, upper limit 1 by 2, minus I. So take this I to the LHS, it becomes 2I. 2I equal to pi times upper limit, replace x by upper limit 1 by 2 minus x by lower limit 1 by 2. So that is 2I is, that is pi times 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 1. So you get pi. Therefore, integral I is pi by 2. So that is the required answer. So the correct option is third option, pi by 2. Question number 6, integral 0 to 2 bracket of x square, that is greatest integer function. Observe, in place of x you have x square. This is taken from KCET paper 2019. Now we know that when 0 less than or equal to x less than 1, bracket x is 0. 1 less than or equal to x less than 2, bracket x is 1, and so on. But here, in place of x, we have x square. So x square, whenever x square lies between 0 and 1, bracket x square is 0. So 0 less than or equal to x square less than 1. So how does x vary? X vary from 0 to root 1, that is 1. When x square lies between 1 and 2, that is 1 less than or equal to x square less than 2, bracket of x square is 1. So x lies between what? Take the square root. 1 less than or equal to x less than root 2. Now 2 less than or equal to x square less than 3, bracket x square is 2. So this happens when x lies between, just take the square roots. Root 2 less than x, root 2 less than x, root 3. Now, when x square lies between 3 and 4, that is 3 less than or equal to x square less than 4, bracket x square is 3. Take the square root of 3, root 3, square root of 4 is 2. So, using the properties of integrals, we can write integral as 0 to 2 as 0 to 1 bracket x square dx plus, now from 1 to root 2 bracket x square dx plus, next is from root 2 to root 3 bracket x square dx, and finally root 3 to 2 bracket x square dx. Now here, when x lies between, that is here 0 to 1, the value of bracket x square is 0. So you get 0 here. When x lies between 1 and root 2, that is 1 less than or equal to x less than 2, bracket x square is 1. So you can write it as 1 to root 2, 1 dx plus integral root 2 to root 3. Now bracket x square is 2 dx, integral root 3 to 2. Now bracket x square is 3 dx. integrating integral of 1 is x between the limits 1 and root 2. You can keep 2 outside, integral of dx again x between root 2 and root 3. 3 outside, integral of dx is x. Lower limit is root 3, upper limit is 2. So you get it as root 2 minus 1 plus 2 times upper limit root 3 minus lower limit root 2 plus 3 times upper limit 2, lower limit is root 3. Shall simplify this. Root 2 minus 1 plus 2 root 3 minus 2 root 2 plus 6 minus 3 root 3. Now minus 1 plus 6, that is 5 plus root 3, 2 root 3 minus 3 root 3, that is minus root 3, and now minus 2 root 2 plus root 2 minus root 2. This is the required answer. So the correct option is first option. Question number 7. Integral 0 to pi by 2 dx upon a square cos square x plus b square sin square x whole square. It's a quite lengthy problem. So, but you can get the correct answer by verifying by inspection method. Suppose I take a equal to 1, b equal to 1. This reduces to I equal to 0 to pi by 2, taking a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Then it becomes dx upon cos square x plus sin square x whole square. That is 0 to pi by 2. Dx upon 1 square is 1. So the integral of dx is x between 0 and pi by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. Answer is pi by 2. Now see which option gives you pi by 2 whenever you take a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Suppose you are getting 2 options, then this method doesn't work. So, but here, if you take a equal to 1, b equal to 1, first option becomes 1 plus 1, 2. 2 get cancelled. Here it is 1, pi you get. So this cannot be the answer. But for the second option, option 2, pi by 4 a square plus b square upon a cube b cube. If you replace a and b by 1, you will get 1 plus 1 upon 1 into 1. So it becomes pi by 4 into 2, that is equal to pi by 2. So definitely third and fourth option, when a and b are equal, become 0. So this is the only option gives pi by 2. So the correct option question number 8, integral a to b x power n upon x power n plus 16 minus x whole power n dx is 6. Now we need to find the values of a and b. So remember this standard result, integral a to b f of x upon f of x plus f of sum of the limits minus x is always upper limit minus lower limit upon 2. Now comparing this with the given problem, a plus b, in place of a plus b you have 16. So a plus b, sum of the limits is 16, call it as 1. But the answer for this is 6. But integral of the form a to b f of x upon f of x plus f of a plus b minus x dx is b minus a by 2. So here also limits are a and b. So b minus a by 2 is 6. Remember, here f of x is x power n. Nothing to do with the function. It may be x power n, or here sin x, sin of 16 minus x. In place of x power n, you can have any function. Now this becomes b minus a equal to 12. Adding 1 and 2, 1 plus 2 gives a plus b minus a equal to 16 plus 12. These two get cancelled. 2b is 28, b is 14. Now a plus b is, from equation 1, 16. Replace b by 14. So you get a equal to 2. So a is 2, b is 14. That is the required answer. So the correct option is option 1. Question number 9. Integral from minus 2 to 2 mod of 1 minus x square dx. In order to remove the mod, we need to equate the expression within the mod to 0. 1 minus x square equal to 0. X square is 1. X is plus or minus 1. So you can split the integral from minus 2 to 2 into first minus 2 to minus 1, and then minus 1 to 1, and then 1 to 2. So this takes the form integral minus 2 to minus 1 mod of 1 minus x square dx, and then minus 1 to 1 mod of 1 minus x square dx plus 1 to 2 mod of 1 minus x square dx. So whenever x lies between minus 1 and minus 2, say x is minus 1.5, then 1 minus x square will be 1 minus 1.5 whole square, that is 1 minus 2.25, that is negative. Mod of a is always positive. So to make it positive, we should write this as minus 2 to minus 1 minus of 1 minus x square dx. Now between minus 1 and 1, 1 minus x square is always positive. To verify that, you take any point, say 0 lies between minus and 1. If you put x equal to 0, the value becomes 1, which is positive. So this will be as it is, but without mod dx. Whereas 1 minus x square will be negative whenever x lies between 1 and 2. So we can write this as 1 to 2 minus of 1 minus x square dx. Taking minus sign inside, you get it as minus 2 to minus 1 x square minus 1 dx. This as it is, minus 1 to 1, 1 minus x square dx. Here 1 to 2 x square minus 1 dx. Integrating x cube by 3 minus x between minus 2 and minus 1 plus x minus x cube by 3 between minus 1 and 1. X cube by 3 minus x between 1 and 2. Upper limit, if I take x equal to minus 1, you get minus 1 by 3 minus of minus plus 1. Lower limit, if I take minus 2 minus 8 by 3 minus of minus plus 2 plus 2 plus upper limit 1 minus 1 by 3 minus lower limit minus 1 whole cube becomes here 1 by 3. Now upper limit 8 by 3 minus 2 minus lower limit 1 by 3 minus 1. That becomes minus 1 by 3 plus 1 plus 8 by 3 minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 8 by 3 minus 2 plus minus 1 by 3 minus of minus plus 1. Now we take the terms having 1 by 3 as a factor, rather 3 in the denominator. 3 minus 1 plus 8 minus 1 minus 1 plus 8 minus 1. So now plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 minus 2 get cancelled. You'll be left with 1 plus 1, 2. Again that goes with this minus 2, 0 you get. So this becomes 16, 8 plus 8, 16 minus 4 by 3. That is 12 by 3, 4. That is the required answer. So the correct option is second option. Question number 10. The value of 0 to pi by 2 a sin x plus b cos x upon sin x plus cos x dx. So here please make the correction. The third option is pi times a plus b by 4. Take I as 0 to pi by 2 a sin x plus b cos x upon sin x plus cos x. If I take a equal to 1, b equal to 1, here this becomes 1. So answer will be pi by 2. Which option gives you pi by 2? When a equal to 1, b equal to 1. If I take in the first option, you get 1 plus 1, 2. Get cancelled pi, which won't give pi by 2. This becomes 0. This also becomes 0. But here 1 plus 1, 2. 2 upon 4, 2. Pi by 2. This will be the correct answer. Or we shall also do this problem in the usual way. Use 0 to a f of x dx equal to 0 to a f of a minus x. Then 1 becomes, wherever x is there, replace it by pi by 2 minus x. So sin changes to cos, cos changes to sin. Now here in the denominator, cos x plus sin x dx. Now 1 plus 2 gives I plus I 2i integral 0 to pi by 2. Same denominator, sin x plus cos x. Now adding, so we shall take common factor. A sin x plus a cos x becomes a times sin x plus cos x. Now adding these two, b cos x plus b sin x, take b as a common factor. Again sin x plus cos x dx. Now 2i equal to 0 to pi by 2. So divide sin x plus cos x by sin x plus cos x. That becomes 1. And also this by sin x plus cos x. 1 you get. that is b into 1, a plus b dx. Keep a plus b outside. Integral 0 to pi by 2 dx. That is 2i a plus b into integral of dx is x between 0 and pi by 2. A plus b, upper limit pi by 2 minus lower limit 0. So therefore, I, you get it as a plus b times pi upon 4. So the correct option is option 3. 11th question. To integrate integral from 0 to pi by 2 mod of sin x minus cos x dx. Now consider the graph of sin x and cos x between 0 and pi by 2. The red curve is the sin x. So it is maximum at pi by 2 and minimum at 0. Blue one is cos x. Maximum is 1 here at 0. And at pi by 2 it is 0. At pi by 4 both are equal, that is 1 by root 2. Now look at this interval 0 to pi by 4. From 0 to pi by 4 cos x value is more than sin x value. So sin x minus cos x will be negative. Whereas from pi by 4 to pi by 2 sin x value will be larger than cos x value. So sin x minus cos x will be greater than 0, that is positive. So we need to split the interval 0 to pi by 2 into two intervals at pi by 4. So integral 0 to pi by 2 becomes 0 to pi by 4 mod of sin x minus cos x dx plus pi by 4 to pi by 2 mod of sin x minus cos x dx. Now from 0 to pi by 4 sin x minus cos x is negative. So when x is negative, mod of x is minus x if x is less than 0, because finally minus x must be, rather mod x must be positive. So now this becomes I equal to integral 0 to pi by 4 minus of sin x minus cos x dx from pi by 4 to pi by 2. In that interval, sin x is larger than cos x. So the difference remains positive. Write it as it is. Cos x dx. Now we shall integrate this. That is minus integral of sin x minus cos x minus integral of cos x sin x. So the limits between 0 and pi by 4 plus integral of sin x minus cos x minus integral of cos x is sin x between pi by 4 and pi by 2. Here minus of minus, this becomes plus. Upper limit pi by 4 cos pi by 4 plus sin of pi by 4 minus lower limit cos 0 plus sin 0. You can keep minus sign outside so that it becomes cos x plus sin x. Upper limit cos pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2 minus lower limit cos pi by 4 plus sin pi by 4. So now this becomes 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus of cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0, minus of cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1, minus cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, plus sin pi by 4 is also 1 by root 2. This becomes 2 upon root 2 minus 1, minus 1, minus into minus plus 2 upon root 2. That is, combining these two, 4 upon root 2 minus 2. You can write this as 2 into root 2 into root 2 by root 2 minus 2. These two get cancelled. You will get 2 root 2 minus 2. So the correct option is second option. That is, taking 2 outside, you will get it as root 2 minus 1. Second option. Question number 12. Integral from 0 to pi x log of sin x. Let us take that as I and use this identity. Integral 0 to a f of x dx is 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Wherever x is there, replace it by upper limit minus x. So this becomes 0 to pi minus x log of sin of pi minus x. I is 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi minus x log of sin of 180 minus theta is sin theta only. We can split this into two integral 0 to pi times log of sin x dx minus 0 to pi x times log of sin x dx, which is nothing but the given problem, that is I. You can replace it by I. So I equal to pi times 0 to pi log of sin x minus I. So 2I becomes pi into 0 to pi log of sin x dx. So here, if I take f of x as log of sin x, and f of pi minus x will be again f of x. So you can write this integral, rather this reduces to 2 times 0 to half of the upper limit pi by 2 log of sin x dx. These two get cancelled. So I equal to pi times integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x is minus pi by 2 log of 2. Or you can write it as take minus sign to the power of 2 within the log. So pi square by 2 log of 2 power minus 1. That is pi square by 2 log of 1 by 2. So the correct option is second option, pi square by 2 log of 1 by 2. So here, in this place, we have used this formula 0 to 2a f of x dx is 2 times 0 to a f of x dx whenever f of 2a minus x is f of x. If so, here in place of 2a you have pi, so a becomes pi by 2. So the final answer is pi square by 2 log of 1 by 2. Question number 13. In order to integrate integral 1 to 2 x power x log of ex. We know that log of mn is log m plus log n. You can write it as 1 to 2 x power x log of e to the base e plus log x to the base e dx. That is 1 to 2 x power x log e to the base e is 1 and this is log x to the base e dx. The integral of this expression is x power x only, because we know that derivative of x power x is x power x into 1 plus log x. So the integral of this is x power x, 1 to 2. Upper limit 2 square minus lower limit 1 power 1. That is 4 minus 1, 3. So the correct answer is option is 3. Question number 14. Since it is from minus a to a form, integral minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, first we shall see whether this function is odd or even function. Let f of x equal to e power x secant square of x upon e power 2x minus 1. Replace x by minus x, e power minus x secant square of minus x upon e power minus 2x minus 1. That is e power minus x, that is secant square x itself, because secant of minus x is plus secant x. This is 1 upon e power 2x minus 1. So f of minus x is e power minus x secant square x. This is 1 minus e power 2x. Denominator of denominator goes to the numerator. Combining these two, same base, add power. This becomes e power x secant square x. Take minus sign out, e power 2x minus 1. That is minus of e power x secant square x upon e power 2x minus 1, which is nothing but minus f of x. So f of minus x is minus f of x. So f is an odd function. Therefore, integral minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4 f of x dx is 0. So the correct option is the third option. Now 15th question. To integrate 0 to pi by 4 root of 1 plus sine 2x. We can write sine 2x as 2 sine x into cos x. And 1 can be written as sin square x plus cos square x to dx. So now this is of the form a square plus b square minus 2ab. You can write this as sin x minus cos x whole square or cos x minus sin x whole square. But the given interval is from 0 to pi by 4. In the interval 0 to pi by 4, we know that cos x is greater than sin x. In order to have a positive square of a positive number, you can write this expression as 0 to pi by 4 root of cos x minus sin x. Now it is positive whole square dx. Now the power 2 and root symbol get cancelled. 0 to pi by 4 cos x minus sin x dx. Integral of cos x sin x minus integral of sin x minus cos x between 0 and pi by 4. Upper limit, put x equal to pi by 4 minus of, put x equal to 0, lower limit. That is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So this is 2 upon root 2 minus 1. That is root 2 minus 1. That is the correct answer. So the correct option is option 1. 16th question. To integrate integral 1 to 3 x minus 1 into x minus 2 x minus 3. Here we shall use this identity. Integral a to b f of x dx is integral a to b f of a plus b minus x. So here a plus b is 1 plus 3, that is 4. Wherever x is there, replace it by 4 minus x. Now it becomes 1 to 3, 4 minus x minus 1, 4 minus x minus 2, 4 minus x minus 3 dx. So I is integral 1 to 3. This is 3 minus x, 2 minus x, 1 minus x. It is integral 1 to 3 minus of x minus 3 into x into minus of minus 1 into x minus 2 into minus 1 into x minus 1 dx. So the product minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So you get minus I equal to minus of 1 to 3 x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3 dx, which is nothing but the given problem I. That is minus I. I equal to minus I. Transposing this to the left LHS, 2I is 0. Therefore, I is 0. So the correct option is 0. Question number 17. Integral 0 to 14 x minus bracket x dx. Here bracket x is greatest integer function. In order to solve this, we need to know this result. if f of x is a periodic function with period a, means f of a plus x will be f of x. Then integral 0 to n times a f of x dx is n into 0 to a f of x dx, where f of x is a periodic function with the period a. So here n must be a positive integer. Now the given function is f of x equal to x minus bracket x is a periodic function with the period 1. Also remember, x minus bracket x is defined as a fractional part of x, which is a periodic function with the period 1. So we can write the given integral as 0 to 14 can be written as 14 into 1, because this function is a periodic function with the period 1. Bracket x dx. So n, that is 14, comes out integral 0 to 1 x minus bracket x to dx. 0 to 1, between 0 and 1, the bracket x will be 0 whenever x lies between 0 and 1. 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. So that is 14 times integral 0 to 1 x minus 0 dx. Now integral of x is x square by 2 between 0 and 1. That is 14. Put x equal to 1, upper limit minus lower limit, that is 0. So the final answer is 7. So the correct option is second option. Question number 18. Integral 0 to pi by 4 sine of x minus bracket x. Here bracket x is the greatest integer function. So we know that bracket x value is 0 whenever x lies between 0 and 1. 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. Now look at this. 0 to pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 3.1416 upon 4. That becomes 0.7854, which is less than 1. Therefore, bracket x is 0 whenever x is less than or equal to x less than or equal to pi by 4. So the given integral reduces to 0 to pi by 4 sine of x minus bracket x dx is 0 to pi by 4 sine of x minus 0, rather just sine x. Integral of sine x minus cos x. You can keep minus sign outside. Take the limits between 0 and pi by 4. Minus of value of cos x at upper limit, cos pi by 4, minus value of cos x at lower limit, that is at 0. Minus cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Cos 0 is 1. Taking minus sign inside, it becomes 1 minus 1 by root 2. So that is the correct answer. So the correct option is option 2. Question number 19. Integral 0 to infinity 1 upon x square plus 4 into x square plus 9. Only in order to resolve this into partial fractions, that is for convenience, we shall take x square equal to y. Remember, x square cannot be negative, but here we shall not have that in mind. Just we take it as y, because each term is x square here. Instead of x square, we shall take it as y. So this function reduces to 1 upon y plus 4 into y plus 9. For each non-repeated linear factor y plus 4, we assume a fraction of the type a upon y plus 4. Again, second factor is a linear non-repeated, so b upon y plus 9. Now, in order to find the value of a, you equate the denominator of a to 0. Y plus 4 equal to 0. Y is minus 4. Take y equal to minus 4 in the LHS, except the factor, rather excluding this factor. So the value of a, you can directly get it as 1 upon minus 4 plus 9, that is 1 by 5. In the same way, now in order to find the value of b, denominator of b is y plus 9, equate it to 0, y equal to minus 9. Now in the LHS, take y equal to minus 9, except for this factor. Just ignore this factor because that becomes 0. Now you get the value of b, 1 upon y plus 4 minus 9 plus 4. That becomes minus 1 by 5. So now we shall write this as 1 upon, in place of y we shall have x square plus 4 into x square plus 9 equal to 1 by 5 upon x square plus 4 plus minus 1 by 5 upon x square plus 9. Now integrating both the sides with respect to x between 0 and infinity. 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity dx. So that is the given integral. I keep 1 by 5 outside. Integral 0 to infinity 1 upon, we can write this as x square plus 2 square dx. Now minus 1 by 5 outside. Integral 0 to infinity 1 upon x square plus 3 square dx. And we know the integral of 1 upon a square plus x square is 1 by a, that is 1 by 2, tan inverse of x by a. Your a is 2 here. Now, limit should be taken for this function. Tan inverse of x by a, 0 to infinity. Constant minus 1 by 5. Now again 1 by a, that is 1 by 3, tan inverse of x by 3. That is between, you can always keep the constant out, 0 to infinity. That is 1 upon 10, upper limit, that becomes tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of 0. Minus 1 upon 15, upper limit, that becomes tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 and tan inverse 0 is 0. So here we'll get 1 by 10 into pi by 2 minus 1 by 15 into pi by 2. That is pi by 20 minus pi by 30. LCM is 60. Here 3 pi minus 2 pi. So you get y upon 60 is the required answer. So the correct option is third option, y by 60. Question number 20. Integral from 0 to 10 pi mod of sin x. We know that mod of x is x itself if x is greater than or equal to 0, and minus x if x is negative, that is less than 0. The sin x is positive between 0 and pi, negative from pi to 2 pi, and so on. Now, if you consider a graph of sin x from 0 to, this is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5, 6, 7, 8 times pi, 9 times pi, up to 10 pi. Between 0 and pi, it is positive above x-axis, this is y-axis, and between pi and 2 pi, it is negative. Again, between 2 pi and 3 pi, positive. Here again, positive, positive, positive. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intervals positive, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interval negative. So here the curve is symmetrical about both x and y axis. So integral from 0 to pi will be same as 2 pi to 3 pi, which is same as 4 pi to 5 pi, and so on. In the same way, integral pi to 2 pi is same as 3 pi to 4 pi, and so on. So we can write the given problem as integral I 5 times 0 to pi mod of sin x dx plus 5 times integral pi to 2 pi mod of sin x dx. Between 0 to pi, it is positive. So sin x, mod sin x is just sin x dx. Whereas in the interval pi to 2 pi, sin x is negative. So mod x is minus x when x is negative. We should write this as 5 times pi to 2 pi minus sin x dx. So integral of sin x is minus cos x, and limits between 0 and pi. Here minus 5 out. Integral of sin x is minus cos x between pi and 2 pi. So you can always keep the constant outside, minus 5 cos x, lower limit is 0, upper limit is pi, plus 5 times cos x between pi and 2 pi. That becomes minus 5, upper limit cos x becomes cos pi minus cos 0, plus 5 times cos of 2 pi minus cos pi. We know that cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is 1. Cos of 2 pi is 1, cos pi is minus 1. So this becomes minus 5 times minus 2 plus 5 times 2. 10 plus 10. So the answer is 20. So the correct option is 20.